In this video, we're going to look at how Edward Jenner developed vaccinations. So Edward Jenner saw lots of people dying from smallpox, and he wanted to try and do something about it. He noticed, however, that the milkmaids that worked with cows who had cowpox, which is very similar, weren't getting smallpox. And he wondered if there was any kind of link between the two. And he decided to carry out an experiment. And he wanted to test his idea. However, his ethics should be called into question. Nowadays, if we introduce in any kind of new drug, there's a huge testing process it needs to go through. It firstly needs to have computer models, it needs to be tested on non-living tissue, animals, healthy humans, and then it will be tested on people with the illness it's there to treat. Jenner, however, decided to test his theory on a young boy called James. What he did was he intentionally gave him cowpox. He wanted to see if once he recovered from that, it would help him be immune from smallpox. He then deliberately gave him the smallpox virus, but James didn't get smallpox, luckily. So this then told Jenner that he had developed something called immunity. He developed immunity from smallpox because he had had cowpox just like the milkmaids. What happens is our bodies, our white blood cells, they produce something called an antibody. Every cell that invades our body has something on them called an antigen, and we can think of it as like a name tag. So once the white blood cells have seen that name tag, they recognise what it is, they produce antibodies for it and against it. So if it comes into our body again, these antibodies can destroy it and the white blood cells can engulf that pathogen. So what happened here is the cowpox was so similar to the smallpox that the body's antibodies killed both the smallpox and the cowpox.